Good morning, Starshines. Good morning, good morning. If you're on Twitch, you may still be stuck in ads. I apologize. Hello over to Shiny Shadow on YouTube. Welcome in. If you haven't watched one of my streams before, my name is DH. My pronouns are they, them. And I'm an indie cross-stitch designer. I do stitch with me's, I do co-working, that kind of thing. Hey, good morning, Mike. Good morning, Charles. Mike, I'm glad you're here. I have a question for you in a second. And, of course, I'm happy to see Charles. Everybody, not only did Charles just resub, thank you for that. It was Charles' birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Charles. I will not sing because, I'm bad at it. I did sing yesterday. Cryptic, our friend Cryptic, did in fact sing, and I sang along, but the only person who had to witness it was Toot, so. Gothy, good morning. Gwen, hello, hello. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Not for me, but, you know, passing them along. Did you guys hear that Twitch alert? It was really quiet. Okay, anyways, hi. But hi, welcome to Saturday morning stitching. We're still working on my tattoo hoodie. I have turned off the redeem for it. So at the moment, I've got a list of six tattoos I'm going to do, and once I work through those, I will open up the redeems again. Gwen woke up and was out of bed before stream and in time for birthday announcements. I don't know, Gwen. It's like you're feeling lighter, like you've gotten something off your chest. I will keep making that joke. That is not a promise, that is a threat. Show for they need to come up with another one. Well, as you can see, I'm still working on yours, so it's fine. I was thinking of jumping to Mike's tattoo suggestion, because right, I finished like all the detail stitching, so this is, I think I still have the image loaded up. Yeah, okay. Charles just redeemed a bobbinate. Okay, I will do that in a second. Oh, get off the screen, Pow's Paw. I'm trying to show you something. So you can see I've just got the blue trans stripes and then the blue of Blaha's body to fill in, so it's kind of like super boring to watch. So I'm going to probably switch over and do the hydration lady, or at least get the hydration lady started. Yes, Gwen, Pow is still selling out billboard space for in return for strawberry money. Morning, good morning. I wanted to say moon good morning, and all I said was morning good morning, so morning moon. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Yes, okay, cool. Good morning, moon. Oh, thank you, Shiny. Yeah, this is a project that I have been working on and off for a while now. Let me just, I'm gonna get this thread over back to the front so I can stop working on it. Alright. So yeah, let's pop this out of the hoop. Yes, Charles, stripe and fill time. And new baby tomorrow. Yeah, if you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard the news, but Toot and I are expecting twins. The first twin we are picking up tomorrow. You know, twins, different species. But we're picking up little Ghostface tomorrow. So it's just right after Ghost Church, which is going to be amazing. So I am working on my tattoo hoodie. and I have moved into the chat picks my tattoo phase. So Toot designed this little spirit box here. Charles picked out this little trans blaha, and Mike requested one of my Quaker ladies with a giant Stanley. Let's see if I can. I am so excited, guys. I am so excited about the new baby. Hi, Cryptic. Good morning. Let's do a little shout out for Cryptic there too. Cats, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the follow there. Lizard. The lizard meme has taken over the Phasmo community, and I am here for it. What was I saying? We're picking up Ghosty tomorrow. I'm very excited. It's gonna be it's a bit of a hike. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive out there and an hour-and-a-half drive back, which is a lot for me right now, but so worth it. So today, super taking easy, not going out, not running errands. Oh, it's Shiny Shadow from YouTube. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm glad you came over. A lot of people do that. They'll start watching on YouTube and then hop over to the Twitch, and then get addicted to Twitch. Sorry, Mike. Sorry, Cheryl. Thank you, Cryptic. So taking super easy today, not doing any big errands, anything like that. I'm just gonna craft, poke around the house. We're still moving, so there's like, of course, a million boxes of random stuff that needs homes. So I've been working on that. And then tomorrow, Toot's gonna stream in the morning. So if you are not following Toot, definitely do so. They are gonna be streaming Phasmo in the morning for Ghost Church as usual, and then after Ghost Church, we are taking the scenic drive up to get little Ghosty. Cheryl says I like it though, the Twitch. Yay! Charles won a piece of merch from Cryptic the other day, which was nice. That was fun. I like the hat too, but without the pink lol. Yes, Mike. I'm so glad you're enjoying Hades. Hades is such a good game. It's got such like a good soundtrack, and I like that it's voice acted because Toot does no commentary gameplay, right? So I like that there is voice acting in Hades, so you can get a little bit more of the story, and the voice acting is so well done, and the characters, it's so good. It's so good. So yeah, so Toot's not feeling well today, so they're in bed. They probably won't be popping into stream. But they will be live tomorrow morning for Ghost Church, and then next week, same schedule. Monday, Phasmo, Wednesday, Played Up, Friday, Hades. Thank you, Cryptic. I will pass that along. Cryptic says, feel better soon, Toot. All the love and hugs. Yeah, Toot hates missing stream for any reason. So, but I would rather they rested and felt more recovered and more capable of tackling. I mean, resting up for tomorrow is the most important thing, so that's it. Alright, so I am setting up for the Quaker lady with the Stanley. Mike says, have you delivered your stitching kits yet? I have not, because I am having issues with my printer. So the last step that I needed to do was... Charles says I'll send more money. Charles told Toot to rest the other day, and of course Toot demanded $7 because that's their going rate. Charles actually sent them $7. It was the funniest thing. But no, I haven't delivered the stitching kit. So you may have noticed that there is a new YouTube video that went up. I don't think it would have popped up in your notice just because of the way that I did it, but it might have. Which is a kit that which is a tutorial that goes along with the kit. So these are the kits that I made up for our local coffee shop, Coffin Creek. So it comes with everything you need, including the pattern, floss, all that good stuff. And I did a video tutorial. So I did a video tutorial. There's a QR code, and the last thing I need to do is print the QR code with a little like scan this for help tag and put them in the kits and then price the kits, and then they're ready to go. However, I'm having an issue with my printer. As in, my printer isn't working. So I'm thinking Monday I'm going to go to Staples, get that printed, and then just go to Coffin Creek and finish the final assembly there and get them set up. So probably Monday. Oh, Gwen, you haven't seen the kits before? Yeah, I was working on them on Thursday morning stream. So yeah, there's oh, let me grab the box here. So we did 20 kits as a trial. There are 7 or 8 different designs. We got Chucky. I think there was a consensus in the community that everyone was really liking this one, which of course is my original Cozy Bob. I think this is my favorite one. Like, I really think this is my favorite one. So these guys, so hopefully Monday they will be out and available for sale. They're going to be exclusively available at the Coffin Creek coffee shop, their physical location in Cordis, Ontario. So yeah, at the moment I don't have plans of selling them anywhere else, but we're gonna see how these ones do. Mike says, as I commented during the work session, it's the beginning of the DH Empire. Yup, soon I'll be everywhere. I'm gonna be in your magazine stands, I'll be in your coffee shops. Toot's already in your walls. Like, it is what it is. I forgot to do my bobbinate. Okay, I got distracted with this. Okay, we're bobbinating. It's fine. It's fine. It wouldn't be a me stream if we actually did any stitching. I also got new bobbins because we have terrible bobbins, so I'm just not making myself suffer them. I'm getting the actual, like, DMC brand bobbins. So we got, like, the 100 pack of really cheapy bobbins off of Amazon. Oh my god, now I can't even pick one up. So this is the cheapy one. This is the DMC one. Really, you can kind of see immediately the difference in the notches. And also just, this is like, oh god, you can't really see that at all. This is much thicker, and like this one's very bendy, this one's not very bendy. So these are all getting tossed. Let's do a 739. That says I got some off of Amazon and they work good. Yeah, I mean, they work fine. We just prefer the DMC ones. And, yeah. You just can't stand cardboard ones? Yeah, the cardboard ones are a bit of a nightmare. Hey, Sketch, welcome in. Ouch. The only thing I don't understand about the DMC ones, I don't know how well you can see this, but on the shiny side, it's printed with DMC, and then there's like and it says number, and then there's a line for you to write it in. But if you write on the shiny side, the Sharpie just like rubs right off. So I always write on the rough side because it has more tooth. I don't know why they put it so you're supposed to do it on the DMC side. Mike, after I wind this, I'm getting started on the girly. Do you have a color preference for your Quaker Lady and or the Stanley? Misha, welcome in. Hello, hello, Misha, over on YouTube's. Thanks, Mike. Mike, promoting the coffee for me. Let's see if I can get up a link here. Yes, so new freebie went up on the 1st, and new retail pattern went up yesterday. Hey, Siren Song, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Put this under my Twitch alerts. Burp. Mike doing a little bit of promo for me there. Appreciate you. But yeah, new freebie went up on the 1st. New retail pattern went out yesterday. And the Patreon pattern is coming out soon. I'm just finishing up the files for that, waiting on a couple pictures from my model stitcher. And then I will be able to send that out to you. And yeah, so that's the Patreon. So at the moment, last month's Patreon pattern is still available. So if you sign up today, you can snag that one. And then like tomorrow or the next day, you can snag the new one too. So if you... You can choose the color of the lady and the Stanley, Mike says. I think 3 of 4 Stanleys in the Hydrate sampler are gray. Can't say long, unfortunately. Just want to make sure I followed and glimpsed the tortoise camp. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, Pau is in her house right now. She put up a billboard because she can't afford strawberries. Well, she thinks her dad can't afford strawberries because they aren't giving any to her. So she's selling out billboard space to buy her own strawberries. But she's in her house right now. She might grace us with her butt at some point. I did try and tempt her out with tomatoes. Okay, my 739 is wound. Thank you for the bobbinate, Charles. This is my floss that needs to go away. This is my overflow floss that needs to go away. I just... There's tidying that needs to be done today. Tidying that needs to be done. Okay, so where I kind of don't want to put, because it's a little Quaker Lady, and I think the juxtaposition with the stormtroopers would be funny, but I also don't want to, like, I kind of want to put like non-human elements there first. I mean, not that stormtroopers are human, but you know. That got way too nerdy way too quick. So I've got the actual pattern up here, so I can see how wide each part of the motif is. So I think I'm gonna do her so her like feetsies are here. Yeah, I think that's the play there. And then in this area, we've got a lot of blue here. There's blue here. There's blue here. So I think I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for green. Don't judge me. I'm gonna go for green. But yeah, so much exciting stuff happening in the shop, in the Patreon, in the everything, in the life. It's been a busy freaking week. I need... After we pick up Ghostface tomorrow, I really just want to chill for a little bit. Like, it's good changes. Everything that's happening is good. It's really amazing. It's just... It's a lot all at once. Charles says, ah! Charles says, ah. Charles says, won't judge, but will remark. Yeah, fucking grim. By the way, the kit tutorial that I just put up, you guys are welcome to watch it. Like, you don't have to have the kit in order to watch it. Because I do kind of go over cross-stitch basics in general. So actually, Cryptic, when you get started on your kit, it might be a good thing to take a look at. Because I cover like really basic stuff, like how an embroidery hoop works, how to thread a needle, how to find your first stitch, how to do your first stitch, that kind of thing. I also do a really quick and dirty how to frame your cross stitch in a hoop at the end of it. It's only a half-hour video, so it's like it's a really like quick. It says how to thread a needle. Yes, how to thread a needle, Moon. I show you my method on camera so you can watch it in 0.25 times speed. You for sure will. You might find some junk fabric to practice that and do it before your Amazon beginner kit. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, the thing with cross stitch, it's simple. It's not easy. It is easy. Like, even big patterns, they're just a lot of single stitches. Like, that's it. It's not that they're any more difficult, it's just there's more of it. Cryptic says, I have trouble finding the hole. You have one of those thread puller hooks for threading a needle? I actually have a couple of tips for that in the video. But one thing that you can do is, if it's light fabric, hold it in front of something dark. If it's dark fabric, hold it in front of something light. So like a like a tablet screen early works, kind of thing. Mike says, do you fold your thread before you stick it in the eye? Yeah, exactly. I thought that was just like how you threaded a needle. I'll be real honest with you. It kind of... Moon, I love you. It kind of blew my mind that you didn't know how to thread a needle. Like, I thought that was just like a life skill that everybody learned at some point in the past, was how to thread a needle without a needle threader. And now I'm realizing that it really super isn't, and it might just be because, like, I was a crafty kid. But... yeah. I'm saying shady shit to Moon and also failing at basting this piece of fabric on. So. Moon technically knows how to, you just can't do it somehow. I get that. Like, your fingers don't want to work that way. Also, it might have something to do with your nails. Like, if you guys have ever watched one of Moon's streams, Moon is an OnlyHands streamer, as I am. Gorgeous nails. She has beautiful nails. Beautiful, natural, long, almond-shaped nails. They are absolutely gorgeous. She takes really good care of them. But I think it may be interfering with your ability to thread a needle, to raw dog a needle, as I like to say. Cryptic's threaded needles with fixing Stuffy's jeans, yeah. Yeah, I know you have a little bit of sewing experience. Charles says, yeah, I kind of think people should be able to sew on a button, but most people can't these days. And Mike says, people say it's disgusting, but I lick the end of the thread to make a low point that goes easily into the eye. Yeah, like, I don't think that's disgusting. I think that's just practical. But I very rarely find myself needing to do that, because if I don't have enough thread to fold it over the needle and thread it that way, I just start a new thread. I'm trying to be much better about, like, not thread chickening myself into a corner. Thread is not that expensive. I can waste an inch of it here and there. Charles says, I like to fold it, but if the eye is real small, I just make sure it's cut off real neatly so there are no stray fibers. They're the problem. Yeah, if you have a nice pair of sharp scissors, that can really help you in threading a needle. Which seems like a nonsense sentence. Thank you for the hydrate. Welcome in, Lady K. Good morning. Oh god. Speaking of not being able to find the hole. But, like, waste canvas is kind of like a different challenge level entirely, so. Although, speaking of waste canvas and being able to decorate clothes and shit, we're Cricut girlies now. It was one of our big house move purchases. Is we finally got a Cricut. I worked at Michael's, so obviously I've wanted a Cricut for a while. If you're not familiar, it's a cutting machine. It's what people use for the, like, to make vinyls and stuff. So we got the Cricut Joy, which is the little tiny one. It was on a really good deal at Michael's. We got it with a bundle of stuff for about the same price we would have paid getting one secondhand. So I feel good about the price that we paid. It came in yesterday. I unboxed it, I set it up, I did the test cut, and then I put it away because I'm intimidated by it. It's that thing, like, it's new technology, so I'm really excited about it, but it needs to go sit in a box for a little while until it's no longer new, and then I can deal with it. Kat has one, Kali has one. Well, Kali has a silhouette. Same thing, different brand. So handy. I know Cryptic has one. Charles says, I was looking at them for cutting vinyl, but so expensive. Yeah, so we got the Joy, which is like the little guy. So it doesn't have as many functions and it can't cut as thick stuff. But it's a fraction of the price of one of, like, the makers or whatever. So yeah. Cryptic says, for 10 to 11 years, I only used it for vinyl. I'm known in the family as stickers. Last year I did the boys' Valentine's Day boxes, cutting out Minecraft stuff on construction paper. Oh, that sounds so cute. So yeah, I have not Mine was another hyper-focused ADHD venture. Don't ask where it is now. I feel that deep within my soul. Deep within my soul. Alright. So, I'm just pulling out some greens from my little basket of greens of bread that needs to go away. But I'm gonna go grab other things. Because, like, we got it to help make decor for the enclosures. Because it's great for making enclosures. Stuff for the enclosures. But I want to practice on it before I start doing those, like, bigger cuts with, like, the glow-in-the-dark stuff. Like, I want to practice on the simple stuff that came in the kit. But the problem is I don't know what to cut. Like, I don't know what to make. Like, I know I can do labels and stuff, but my spice rack isn't set up. I don't know what to label. I'm just kind of stymied at the moment. Like, I know something's gonna shake loose, and I'm gonna, like, suddenly a deluge of things I can label. Moon says label Toot. Yeah. I'm just gonna sneak into the bedroom with a permanent vinyl across their forehead that says Goblin. Alright. It would read a problem. That is how Toot identifies, as a problem. Yeah, I don't know where you got that from. Last night, Object called Toot sweet and innocent, and, like, everyone in chat protested. It was so funny. Everyone was like, really? Are you sure you're talking about Toot? Thanks. Yeah, I do the same thing. The number of times... Okay, so my favorite laughing emote, I find it in Discord by saying the word milk. But if I do that on Twitch, it pulls up one of Moon's emotes. So if I'm ever in a conversation with you and it's a place where it looks like I should be laughing, but instead... Let's see... I do this. It's because I was trying to Discord when I was on YouTube. When I was on... Oh my god. It's such a problem. Like, I feel like I can't adequately express myself without my Discord emotes anymore. Like, it's because... I'm not saying it's becoming an issue. It's not becoming an issue. That's hyperbole in the extreme, but, like, you get used to being able to express yourself in a certain way using very specific emotes, especially if, like me, most of my family, all of my family, is not here. I mean, they're in Quebec and Idaho and all over the place, so I have to use Discord to talk to them. So, like, I use Discord more than I use my speaking voice. Okay, let me catch up on chat a little bit. Mike says we've all been there. One of my friends gave me her little brother. She got a new sewing machine. I'm a little afraid to try it out. It's new technology fear every time. And then, yeah, we're talking about using the Discord emotes outside of Discord. Yup. And Gwen says code switching emotes between Discord and Microsoft Teams is so painful. Absolutely. I do that when texting people, and it's like, this is not okay. I feel like this is being disingenuous to myself, but Okay. Holly says, recently I made floss drops and day of the week stickers for my Bujo. Yes, if I used floss drops, I would. That is 100% a thing. I actually, if I do more of the kits, I think I might use the Cricut to make the floss cards instead of hand punching the holes, because that was the thing that was killing my hands the most with putting together the kits, was punching the holes for the floss cards. Okay, so. Kat says, same, majority of my friends are on Discord, just brings me back to early 2000s internet. Exactly. Like that little ICQ sound. Toot and I, when we first met on LiveJournal, dating ourselves, and then we moved most of our conversation to AOL Instant Messenger, but we've also used like Yahoo Instant Messenger because they had the games and we would play dominoes. Anyways, all right, so I think these are my two options for my Quaker lady. I'm kind of feeling the like mossy olive greens of this set. So this is what we're talking about here. So I need like a darker one for the main dress and then a lighter one for the bonnet and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with these ones instead of these ones, unless no. This is looking very white on camera. Let me see if I bring it up closer, you can see more of the. It is like a light green gray. I'm gonna do these guys. Burp. But yeah, so I finally did start poking, very basically poking at the Cricut design thing, which luckily functions very much like Canva or GIMP, so like there isn't as much of a learning curve there as I thought there might be. And they do have quite a few free assets and stuff, and of course I'm gonna go fucking nuts on Etsy, but I want to see what I can do with the free stuff. So I designed a label for my Ort jar, which I haven't, but this is my Ort jar. So I designed like an apothecary style label for that. My spices aren't unpacked, so I can't do spice labels. Charles, I was thinking of doing labels I am going to try and do labels for the bobbins. I don't know if they're going to be like too small, if it'll be worth it, or if it'll just be like too fucking fiddly. So I'm going to attempt that. But like, and then I'm kind of out of ideas. I don't know what else to label. I don't know what else to make a vinyl of. Although I do have a couple of like, I might just look at their kind of generic coffee ones, because I have a tumbler. I have like a knockoff Stanley tumbler that's just plain green that has nothing on it, so I might just do a few of those. And then like even my like Rainbow Bright tumbler has a blank side. So this is not a, place where we encourage unsolicited advice, but I'm directly asking you, if you have any ideas of what I can test out the Cricut on, please let me know. Stickers. So it won't print. That's the thing. It'll just like cut out, and we just have vinyl right now. So I can do like vinyl transfers. And I can cut out cardstock. I have cardstock as well. What am I looking at? If you are on YouTube and I have missed your messages, I am so sorry. I just realized that my YouTube chat was not connected. Oh, hello, Jasmine Tea Witch. Welcome in. Welcome in. Pat says, I made a Stanley sticker Stanley from The Office in the Cricut program. It's stuck into my PFF brand Tumblr. Nice. Amazing. First thing I ever did was fancy patterns to put in my silhouette. I think that's what a lot of people do, is they make like Cricut stickers for the Cricut. We do have a tendency to like label or name all of our appliances and things. Sorry, I have to count. 10. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I could put name labels on the enclosure. That is one thing I'm thinking of doing. That's something that I want to do when I've got a little bit more experience, and maybe with like glow in the dark vinyls. Well, guys, says you do have some nice cozy DH multicolored cards in the stitching kits that you must have printed when the printer was still working. My business cards. I actually got these printed from Vistaprint. I keep them in my wallet. Yeah, I actually do hand out my business cards when I'm talking to people. I got these printed from Vistaprint. So yeah, like you can definitely print and then have the Cricut cut stuff out. A lot of people do that. But yeah. Yeah, so far I've got my Ort jar. I'm gonna try the DMC. I'm gonna try some stickers for the mugs and stuff, I think. Because, like, I want to try both designing my own stuff and just working from a printed SVG. I might just buy, like, a cheap $1 or $2 SVG off of Etsy. I don't even know where you would find free ones, but, like, I want to support artists at the same time. So I've been looking on Etsy because coffee has terrible discoverability for, like, specific products, unfortunately. You can filter Google image search for SVG. Oh, I didn't realize that. I might do that too. As long as they're like free and all that shit, yeah. And attribution is attribution-y. I know words. So yeah, the motif that I'm working on right now is from one of my patterns. It's the Remember Hydration sampler, which is a very traditional looking sampler, but these very traditional Quaker ladies have giant Stanley tumblers full of water. I think the Cricut has free ones. Yeah, I've been looking through the free Cricut ones too. Not bad. You know me, I just want like nerdy specific niche things. I was looking at Scream ones because we've got Lil Ghosty coming in, so I wanted to see like what I could easily find for finals. And some of the Scream SVGs, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, oh god, I can't count. 1, 6, 7. The t-shirt designs were unhinged. I really want to do something with my mom and dad are going to be so mad at me. No one can count, it's okay. Yeah, I may have made that joke in my tutorial video. I had fun with the tutorial video. It's been a long time since I've edited videos. And I did have fun. I threw in a couple of, like, sarcastic gifs and maybe a SpongeBob time card. It's been a long time since I've done videos, and I enjoyed it. I think I fucked myself. I don't think I left enough room over here. We'll figure it out when we get there. Random question, did you use glow-in-the-dark floss for the new Don't Do It pattern? Yes, I did. I used the DMC E940 glow-in-the-dark floss. There are better glow-in-the-dark flosses. I just don't have access to them or have not bothered to pick them up. Because we have a lot of the E940. It's the same floss we use for our tiny landscapes, the Phasmo patterns. It says I look forward to seeing it. Yeah. We are. You fucking hit me with the phone, dick. Yeah, that's gonna be. I love those two quotes, and like they were both ad-libbed, which is amazing. Oh. It is a good year to be a horror fan, to be both a Scream and a FNAF fan at the same time. Oh, so good. Yeah, because I forgot that her skirt is not the center of the pattern, it's like the far edge of the pattern, so I don't know if I actually have enough room over here for her tumbler, but we will find out. Yes, Mike, Don't Do It is the newest pattern that was released for sale. That's correct. I did it yesterday. I usually do a pattern release on Thursday, but this week has just been so topsy-turvy, and I wanted to get the kits done, so I worked on that on Thursday instead. Up another link to the shops if you wish to go see. Also, Misfit Forest Sal, still open, still running. We are like 2 weeks away from the first clue. It's gonna drop Monday the 25th. I am so excited. So excited for you guys to see it. Like, it looks so good. I can't believe I designed it. Gwen says, I've started the chaos row on the dress, the one where you're stitching into 2 rows below. Good luck, Gwen. We salute you. You got this. You are a being of pure chaos. Channel your inner Toot. Well, thank you, Kat, so much. I am actually going to be releasing a new Phasmo sampler. I'm test stitching it at the moment, and then it's going to be available. Charles says I ordered my materials. Yes, let's go. I know there's a lot of colors, but I think you're gonna see it's worth it. But yeah, the Phasmo sampler, I was working on it really steadily, and then I'm kind of having like some second thoughts on on some design aspects, so it's back to the drawing board for that one, but I do want to get back to it. I think I was saying, on Thursday's stream that I'm at a point where, like, I'm so backed up on admin that whenever I have time to work on the thecozydh stuff, I'm just doing admin, I'm not doing design. And I have so many design ideas that I just want to get out. But I'm also trying to be really good and respectful of designing is work. And I don't work all the time. Or else I would be working all the time, and when I wasn't working, I would be feeling guilty like I should be working. Gwen says, yesterday was the cutoff for the pre-orders on Fine Frog's Autumn Style, and I have FOMO for the needle minder. I am so afraid that they have now started doing needle minders. Because they're so cute. They have the, like, Saint Frog one, and if they have the Patron of the Birds, if she releases a Patron of the Birds one, I might be screwed and have to do an order. Like, you may end up getting the pattern at some point in the future, but friggin' the needle minder was so cute. Yeah. Yeah, Steph definitely knew what she was doing. For shoresies. Yeah, I think it is a skeleton, Charles. Emojis here are really too small for me to see. Lizard. And yeah, you should check out the Phas minis. I'm working, I have Sunny Meadows, which is the Asylum map, designed. That's going to be released later, but then I'm kind of waiting on the rest of them until after they do the redesigns, because they're redesigning all of the maps. Like the Grafton redesign drops on the 12th, so then after that drops, I'll be able to start working on the cross-stitch version of it. But I have Point Hope, Maple Lodge, Woodwind, Bleasdale out now. That's it. I think that's it for the Phasmo mini maps. It says I'm over here impatiently waiting for all the map designs for my friends and still haven't finished the first one. I get so happy when I see people stitching up my patterns. Like, you have no idea. No idea. One of our friends came across one of my patterns, like, in the wild, like, on Facebook, and sent it to me, and I was like, oh my god, someone's stitching it up! It was the raccoons piece, the huge one, and yes, it was like someone's first full coverage something, or first big project, and I was like, oh my god, it's mine! Charles says, so far I've played 5 maps. Successfully 2. Yeah, Charles is crushing Phas. Like, Charles just started playing and is already doing amazing. As a solo player, I can't believe it. Kat says I've only played, I think, 4 maps so far. And you only play with your fiance and 2 friends. I only play with Toot. I've occasionally played with Moon. Imagine what you'll feel when one of your patterns shows up in a magazine. Yes, imagine how I will feel in October. I mean, when that ever happens. Charles says my internet is too bad to play with other people. My anxiety is too bad to play with other people. I cannot do... I also have neurological issues from the long COVID. which make playing video games difficult, and like I might need abrupt breaks, which is really hard to do when you're playing with other people. But with Faz, especially when I'm playing with Toot and Moon, I can be like, I need to go be in the truck for a while, and that's fine because they know that that's how I need to play. And there is that like option to be a truck princess. So Faz servers don't help either, Cryptic says. Yeah, we adore Faz. We adore Faz, and we recognize at the same time that Faz is janky. If you do want to see some amazing Phasmo gameplay, check out my spouse Toot. They play Faz Sunday and Monday morning. They play solo, no commentary, and they are amazing. And also check out Cryptic. Let's do Cryptic plays variety horror. Great time to hang out with, and is way more willing than I am to explain parts of the game as he's playing. Toot is underrated at Faz, definitely worth the watch. Toot is incredibly good at Faz, and I think because they're so laid back and chill and like doesn't have the talking themselves up part of it, like they are just a really good Faz player. That says it's crazy when I play. Yes, we have a truck princess as well. He likes to always go check sanity. I will not actually leave the truck some rounds. I will watch sanity and cross stitch. You just go 0 to 100 when the game starts. You're kind of excited to play it next week without Dixper, although you're sure your anxiety will still be there. Alright, because you're going to play the update when it comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, Charles right. Cryptic streams are fun. Lizard. Yes, it is almost time for a break. Thank you for pointing that out, Mike. I have a little timer that tells me when the next ad break is going to be. It's going to be in a minute. But yeah, we are going to get up, take a break, stretch. I'm going to check on the kids. I'm going to check on Toot. It'll be about 3 minutes. All right, let me just get this stitch started here. All right. Sneaking Rhea, thank you so much for the follow. Why am I not hearing my follow alerts?
Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello.
Okay, that kind of did things. Okay. Hi Rhea. Hi Jasmine. Hi Siren Song. Hi Cats. Did I miss anyone? I love you all. Thank you for coming. All right. So I am going to run a 3-minute ad. If you are watching here on Twitch, you will not miss anything. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to go do other stuff. All right. Okay. I will see you guys in 3 minutes. Go stretch, go unshrimp, go do all the things. Bye. Toot is fast asleep in the other room. So the way that our house is set up, my office is here next to, like, here's my office, here's the bathroom, here's the reptile room, here's the bedroom. So I was going to clean the bathroom and tidy the reptile room and do a trash run, all of which would have woken her up. So instead, I spent that entire break trying to find Sweaty Bob, to no avail. I need him. He's my sample for the kits. I don't know where he went. I had him tucked in the side of my box of kits so that I would not lose him, and I must have taken him out. Or something. Unless he's like somehow mixed in with the kits. I don't know.
Drink.
Thank you for the hydrate there. Anyways, I need to find Sweaty Bob and then for Monday so that we can go. Or find Cozy Bob. But he's far more buried. Like, I know Sweaty Bob's in my office somewhere. Whoop. I did take him out for the googly eyes. Thank you, Kali. He's in the other room. Perfect. I am enjoying the Phasmo talk that chat turned into. I was talking to a few other designers about the googly eye thing. So I think a few of them are going to try and find googly eyes for their shop samples. And I will be posting the pictures on socials as well as in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, there is the link. We are largely crafting, a little bit gaming, lots of animals. Yes, Moon, there's a level minimum for DOs. Apparently they thought they were so challenging that you couldn't get them until like level 30, I think. I know, Mike. The snake with the googly eyes was the best. Oh, because that one was the most unexpected, I think. There will probably be more pictures like that as I unpack the box of cross stitches. Like, even if I find the binder of unframed cross stitches, that's going to be an adventure. I know, Cryptic. So in the game Phasmophobia, you have the ability to do custom difficulties, which means you can set the ghost behavior to be certain things. You can set your behavior to be certain things. And there is a setting called Friendly Ghost, which means that the ghost will not hunt you. You don't get any like rewards for completing the investigation, but you can get to know the maps, you can get to know the equipment, you can get to know the game without the ghost being aggressive and the chance of death. But they don't let newbies do that, which I always found so weird. Like, you can't turn on Friendly Ghost until a certain level. But yeah, tomorrow the Discord, I'm sure, is going to be flooded with baby pictures. Flooded. There is a snake cam set up in the quarantine bin. It's not going to be as like good as the other ones because it's just different angle, it's super close, that kind of thing. But yeah, there will be a snake cam set up in the baby bin with a little ghosty. If you have a collection of snakes such as we do, if you're getting a new animal, it's always a good idea to quarantine them. from your other animals just to make sure nothing's going on. Like, we're getting him from a very reputable breeder. He's had blood tests done that are showing no signs of infection. I'm not worried, but it's good standard practice. So he's got his own little bin set up on the other side of the house from the other snakes. We'll monitor him for a few weeks before putting him in his enclosure in the reptile room. And then we'll do the same with our other baby. So excited. We've never had a hoggy before, guys. This is gonna be our first hog. And like, I'm excited for a few different reasons. We have corns and we have ball pythons. Corns are crepuscular, which means that they're most active around dawn and dusk. And they're also fossorial, which means that they... No, they're not fossorial, they're terrestrial. So they kind of like hang out on the ground. Ball pythons are crepuscular and terrestrial. Hogs are fossorial and diurnal. So they burrow and they're active during the day. So they're a very different species of snake. Like with very different behaviors that we're going to be able to observe. Because spoiler, we keep the reptile cams on at all times. Like, Toot has a dual monitor setup. They do everything on their main monitor, and the other monitor is just for reptile cams, so that we can watch our babies. So I'm very excited to get to experience the new behavior and get to learn a new species, and yeah. Like, even his substrate is very different. Because you can see in Pow's enclosure that she has a what's called forest floor. It's basically cedar mulch. Same thing that you would get at a garden center. Simulates leaf litter, keeps in the humidity very well. For the hognose, it's going to be more of like a sandy, packed clay environment. Western hognose, Mike. Yeah, we're getting a Western hognose. Which will hold burrows really well and that kind of thing. You have a red-eared slider. Amazing. I love red-eared sliders. Unfortunately, we don't have the space or the spoons to take care of a big aquatic setup. We used to keep fish, and that was a lot of like heavy maintenance for two people who are disabled, you know what I mean? Or else we would have fallen down the turtle hole. Lady K says, I know they burrow, but I didn't know hognoses were daytime snakes. Yes, they are. They like to come out and bask and hunt during the day. But they do spend most of their time in burrows. Kat says, yeah, it's a lot. She's going to need a bigger tank soon. They always need a bigger tank. So, Pow, whose enclosure you can see on the camera, that enclosure is 8 feet long by 2 feet deep by 18 inches tall. It takes up a lot of real estate for a single animal. The other baby we're getting is a king snake. So both animals have been paid for, but we're getting the hognose first, and then we're putting him through quarantine, getting him set up, making sure he's established, and then picking up the king snake. And again, the king snake is a very different species that we've never kept before. She's in a 40-gallon breeder right now. Yeah, like that's still a pretty big tank, but like I know they always just seem to need more space, but we love them. We love them and we give them everything they need. But king snakes are very big. She's going to be about 5 feet long. Very active. They're terrestrial, but they also like to climb a lot. She's going to be out during the day. She's going to be basking. None of our snakes are baskers. Like, she's going to be really interesting to see grow up. And I'm very, very excited. We're going to start her in the same size enclosure as Jenny and Sandy, the corns. But eventually she's going to move into a larger enclosure the same size as Penny's, the ball pythons. Mike says, I've only seen one hognose in the wild in my area while out with my camera taking wildlife photos. Yeah, because they do spend so much of their time in burrows. And they are quite dorky, scared snakes. Hognoses are the ones that play dead as a defense mechanism. Super cute. Lady K says, I look forward to having potential zoomy snake cams. Ease. I mean, that's the thing. Toot has snake cams, but she's streaming from 10 to 1, which is when all of the boys are sleeping. Moon says, I'm surprised she'll need more room than the corns. She's going to be bigger. She's going to be bigger than the corns and more active. Also, she's female, so female snakes tend to get bigger than male snakes for most species. Oh, I'm talking about the corn snake, the king snake. Sorry. Little Ghosty is a boy, and Hoggies will stay very, very small. Hoggies will stay very, very, very small. Yeah. Little Ghosty is a male hognose. He'll be like 30 inches max when he's full grown. He's gonna be a little chunk noodle. Ugh. Our little family makes me so happy. But I'm gonna be very, very happy for next week. Just chilling. Getting the new baby settled, getting the house more under control, that kind of stuff. Moon says, how will feeding go for King Snake Girly? I'm not 100% sure because we don't really know much about her feeding habits, but hopefully she'll take from the tongs, like the others. I've had to do a lot of, like, video calls lately for various adulting purposes. And I use the same webcam, this one. It just swivels up to, like, look at me, which is always just so uncomfortable. I very much doubt I will ever be a face cam streamer, just because I don't like selfies. But right now, if I were to swivel it up, all you would see would be the new snake enclosure behind me with a pile of sweaters on it that I need to hang up. That's all that's in my background right now. Thanks, Mike. Mike says, don't forget to take care of yourself as you get all this stuff done. Oh yes, today especially gonna be big take easy day. I'm gonna stitch, I'm gonna play with the new Cricut. Take easy. Take frickin' easy. And tomorrow all we have planned is the drive to get the baby. So. I've been talking about snakes for like half an hour. How are you guys doing? How is your weekend going? What are you working on while we're stitching together? I know Kat said that they were at work, or working. Lady K says I am enriched by snake info. We are the snake info people. If you are interested in snakes, Snake Discovery on YouTube and Snakeful Grace on YouTube are 2 people to follow. I'm just working on YouTube thumbnails. Kat says I only had an hour to do, but now I'm on my PC playing TCG Player Simulator. Yes. Mike says during the last break I was checking out the Cricket Joy. You might be enabling me. Moon is resting. Yay. Oh, you started another Besties yesterday. Nice. Besties is a pattern, is a knitting pattern from Tin Can Knits. And it's a hoodie pattern. It's a really basic hoodie pattern, but it comes in a bajillion sizes with like a bajillion different ways to modify it. So it's just a really good basic pattern. This one is going to be 6 panels using a dark teal and leftovers from Suncatcher. Oh, that sounds awesome. Misha is working on Spirited Away. You have about 2K stitches left. Oh, that one's gonna look so good. I'm so excited. You've been working on that one forever, I feel. And like every time you post it in the Discord, I get the urge to start an anime pattern, like a Ghibli or something. Gotta switch to cooking dinner soon though. Valid. Very, very valid. Alright, so I finished that strand. Yeah, it says, as for projects, I have about 5 things going on. That's not too bad. Got so many things going on. And I keep picking up more. That's the problem. I have so many talented friends. Like, fucking Rosenrot. If you missed it, sorry if you missed it, but they had a sale yesterday on their Etsy and their coffee shop, and we picked up like 5 patterns, which of course I want to start all of them right away. And it's like, no, I have to do things that aren't fun stitching. There's just too many good projects to do. Gwen is currently ignoring the fact that you have a to-do list for the weekend. What's on the to-do list, Gwen? Maybe we can help you bust it out. Early in the stream, you finished your tiny pumpkin piece. Awesome. That went really fast. That went really, really fast. Kat says, I just felt that way when I looked through your coffee. Sorry, not sorry. Coffee has all the freebies too, so it's not all paid patterns there. And if you sign up for the Patreon as a free member, you'll get the monthly freebies and any extra freebies emailed directly to you. Also, Pinterest is horrible for that as well. It is. Unfortunately, my I need to go to sleep and distract my brain habit has become browsing Etsy, which is just, there's too much good stuff, man. It is definitely a rabbit hole. Although last night was the SVG rabbit hole, but then I got like overwhelmed and walked away. I think, because for like cross-stitch patterns, you can kind of search generally for like a theme you're interested in. I think for the SVGs, for the Cricut files, I need to like search specifically for the exact thing I'm looking for, or else there's just too many results. You have your normal weekend stuff, plus I want to relearn how to do graphic design stuff for a project. Oh, nice. Well, there are lots of us around who can help you out with that. I know my way around GIMP pretty well, and Canva a little bit. Olga says I may start the remember hydration pattern later today. Something about it speaks to me as you watch me stitch part of it on my sleeve. There is something very soothing about the traditional motifs and the traditional styles, but it also feels a lot more personal when you can add a little touch like a giant Stanley. It says, but relearn a graphics program is still a very broad topic. True. Alright. So I did her feet in the dark gray of her Tumblr. So, because I want to see exactly how badly I messed up the Tumblr. But that means that I kind of have to do a little bit of, like, counting and traveling. Let's see. Also, I got a really sweet comment on YouTube the other day of someone who was just like, I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're okay. I was like, oh, thank you. Yes, I just don't have the bandwidth to make YouTube videos right now. Thank you. Okay. That's on this East roll. And I count out. And counting on, not even weave. What am I working on? Waste canvas is the worst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, good lord. And now I've got sweater fluff going on. Be gone, sweater fluff. You're not welcome here on my sweater. And I just snapped the thread instead. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Love that for me. Did I snap the thread? What did I do? Okay, where... I did. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah. Everything is falling apart. Mike says, it's also very cool when I encounter you unexpectedly in another Twitcher stream. There is a lot of community support here. There really is. I mean, Twitch in general, like, I'm sure there are toxic parts of Twitch. I am sure they exist. I just kind of lucked out in that the Faz community is absolutely full of cinnamon rolls, and the stitching community also full of cinnamon rolls, and the co-working community generally full of cinnamon rolls as well. It's a different way to find community because it doesn't require as much effort on your part, you being the viewer, but you still feel like you're involved in something. And it's really true friendships that develop from this, from these communities. And like, I know for me, some days I couldn't get through the day without the support of you guys, without the support of people that I met through Twitch. And I think people who kind of discount or dismiss online relationships broadly meaning any kind of relationship, be that friendly or romantic or otherwise, as being less than or not real, just haven't experienced that. Mike says the strange thing is that so many peoples are completely unaware of it. So many peoples, yep. I talk about it with other Stitchers IRL, and they give me blank stares when I mention Twitch. Yeah, that's the thing. If you don't know... Hold on a sec, guys. I thought there was a cat crying at the door. But no. I have the door closed because I don't want to wake up Toot. Yeah, like if you don't know about Twitch, it seems kind of weird. Like you're like, why would people be interested in that? But yeah. I'm so glad I tempted you over here. I think we are barely going to have enough stitches, so I need to go. The end of the thing is there's 2 stitches here, and then this is the last stitch right here. Oh, you guys can't even really see that. The last stitch is going to be right next to the basting line. I am cutting it so close. That's okay. It's fine. What I like about this project is the element of randomness. I like just kind of sticking stuff in places and seeing what works. I am going to go back at a later point and fill in gaps with like just little flowers and motifs and things like that. I might practice some hand embroidery techniques to just fill in the gaps. Because it's really hard to accurately place cross-stitch motifs when you're doing it this way. That's why I kind of like based weirdly. What I'm doing is I'm actually outlining the other motifs here, so I know where not to stitch. But it just looks like I don't know how to do a straight line. Charles says, can you remove the basting stitches once it's mostly done? Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. If it was really like I needed that 1 or 2 extra stitches, I could definitely pull out the basting stitches. If it's not too close to something else, yeah. Exactly. So here's a question for you guys. Do you do like seasonal stitching? Like, do you have certain projects that you only would work on during spooky season or only work on during summer? So I've got Mari Louie kitted up. I'm not really feeling it because, like, in my head it's a Christmas project and it's not even Halloween yet, so I can't do my spooky horse skeleton stitch because it's not Christmas yet. This makes sense in my brain. Hey, Jasmine. You plan to embroider yourself a dress for Mabon Ren Fair, but you're not sure you're going to be going yet? Oh, that sounds so cool. I would love to go to a Mabon Ren Fair. That is actually the Patreon pattern that is coming out in the next couple of days, is the Mabon Witch. I love her. I know I keep saying I love my own designs, and it sounds like I'm blowing smoke up my own ass, but I'm really proud of this one too. Kat says, I have 2 spooky fall ones and a Christmas one with frogs. You started on one of the fall ones recently? And Mike will work on anything at any time. You were working on a Christmas ornament last week. That's fair. I was watching someone on YouTube, I think, who has like a big Christmas like full coverage stitch. And every month on the 25th, they work on that. And it's like, that's a cute idea, but also, if you're only working on it 12 days a year, when are you going to finish it? Nobody say anything about the fact that Banks isn't finished yet. Or Enchantress, or any of my other big projects. I'm gonna continue focusing on small, quick, easy wins, thus getting no larger wins done. Jasmine says I can't do anything seasonally. Everything goes as my mood swings. Yeah, you craft on vibes. I feel the same way. Toot does not craft on vibes, which I find unreal. Like that. I'm not gonna say it blows my mind, but it blows my mind a little bit. Because, I mean, first of all, the tism is strong. But Toot has like a very regimented schedule of what whips they work on in what order and when. And as you guys know, they get a lot of stuff, like they're productive. Whereas I stitch on vibes and I bounce between projects and I start things on a whim and I finish much fewer things. And both are totally valid ways of stitching, as long as you're enjoying the hobby. That's the thing, like I definitely stitch for the enjoyment of it rather than the finished products of it. Mike says you just described my preferred style, quick, easy wins. You recently saw me zoom through the tiny summer sampler. Yes, you got through that so fast. Actually, someone in Jay-Z's server also has already finished it. I was like, damn, guys. Damn. That one was a lot of fun to design and stitch, though, because it's so little. And I have it in the 3-part thing. Let me show you guys, actually, because it's out. Sorry for the clicks and rattles there. Even when Christmas hits, Jasmine says, I'm not in the mood for it. Can we have it another month? You do like quick ones. You've been doing Pokemon Sprite keychains, and then you have your bigger projects as you have to go back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's definitely a vibes thing for me, for sure. So this is my tiny summer sampler. Oh, look, you can really see the hollow in the frame. Oh, that looks so good. So this is one of Babs's 3D printed ornaments. So it comes in 3 parts. So the idea is that I hang this frame like on my wall. And then in the summer, it's the summer sampler. And then when the seasons change, I just pop this out, put in the fall one, and put it back on the wall. So that was the concept. Sorry, you can hear the clicking of the thing. Yes, yeah. Mike's right. The cool thing is that you can buy the insert separately. So I have 3 of these frames and like 20 inserts. So I can just swap stuff around. Let me see. I need to do a command for Babs, but let me put her website in the stitchable. So the 3D printed stitchable ornaments that I am working with are, here's the link there, and I'm putting the link in YouTube as well. So these were designed and printed by a friend of mine, Babs, and they are now available for purchase. They're very fun, ornaments to stitch on, and like no finishing, which is amazing. When you stitch it on white fabric as I did, it gives it a slightly different vibe. For sure. I loved your take on it too. Sorry, I zoned out there. I was trying to figure out what house cleaning I can do without waking Toot. My brain is like, okay, so this task is in this room. I can switch to the laundry. I'm gonna switch to the laundry after stream. Just, yeah, I wish to protect their rest. Make myself a little bit of lunch. Yep. You guys have any plans for the weekend? You know our plans. We're picking up the baby tomorrow. But do you guys have anything fun going on? I know Gwen said they're going to be in a research hole for a design program. Anything else fun plans? If you guys aren't doing anything, hang the frick on. Just want to make sure I'm saying this correctly before I do it. Yes. Moon is doing a cross-stitch stream tomorrow, Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, if you guys want some company. Allie's parents are coming over later to help you pack up the house more. Tomorrow you're gonna go hang out with your aunt and uncle you haven't seen in a while. Oh, that's so nice. And Katz is going to your fiance's grandma's birthday this afternoon. Is that gonna be like a fun or like an obligation or like both? I don't know whether to just say yay or boo for you. The hot times are bad for me to be motivated to do things. Absolutely, Lady K. The weather is not fun. We're under a heat warning here. So that's another reason that I don't really want to go out and do stuff. I want to just stick around the house. Jasmine is finished weaving their beaded bracelet, and then you take your After Effects class. Nice. Kat says it's both. Valid. Absolutely valid. You live in the South, that's not fun at all. Yeah, it's, yeah. It's not so fun. It also impacts my health, but, what can you do but get through it? The place that we're in now has much better AC than the place we were in before. I don't think I would have been able to stream, work, keep the house clean, do any of that if we were still in our old place, because I would have just been flattened from the heat. Mike doing all my work for me. And you can watch The True Commander if you want to watch some video gameplay. Yeah, for sure. Let's see if I can do a shout out for Commander here. Yeah, I need to bug Commander about posting their stream schedule because I have no idea when they're going live next. But yeah, his tryhard Tuesdays or tryhard Thursdays crack me up. Commander is another good friend who streams video game content here. Great company, great company. I mean, streams video games is kind of loose. He's definitely one of these Twitch streamers who is more of a podcaster who happens to be playing a game than a gamer who happens to be talking to people while he's streaming. Which, don't get me wrong, I love that. I love that, and I love his streams. So if you're down for like some good cozy vibes, Commander is definitely one to watch. He talks to himself as he plays. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking to myself right now, pretty much. Although there are, like, a bunch of you guys here. I'm just talking. Oh, look, I'm getting low on that. And make some more coffee with lunch too. So yeah, just stitching. I think I want to play with the Cricut this afternoon. But I think I'm also gonna just kind of do like a whip inventory. See what I want to work on. Because I want to stitch, but I don't know what I want to stitch on. You know, like, when you want to do the thing, but you don't know what specific thing you want to do. So you don't do the thing at all. Mike, I am drinking Witch's Brew, which is chocolate raspberry from Coffin Creek. Quentin says wheel. Yes, wheel. Wheel, wheel, wheel. How about the Halloween Quaker? Yeah, I definitely... I started it and I'm like, but am I up to working on a paper pattern? I'll be 100% for real with you guys. The reason I haven't been working on Halloween Quaker as much as I want to is because I don't know how many stitches are in it. I don't know how many stitches I'm doing. I'm not able to track my stitches. I become the anti-boomer. The millennial, the Gen Z. I need my statistics from Pattern Keeper. Not that I have a problem following paper patterns. Mike was talking yesterday, Thursday. I can't believe it was Thursday I last streamed. Mike was talking Thursday about watching me put together the kits, and it felt very old school. Like when there was handwritten patterns and things, hand-drawn patterns. And we actually have a couple of the old Pat Carson books that have the hand-drawn patterns in them, where each symbol is drawn by hand. Charles gonna play Faz. Might get some knitting in while waiting. Faz is, if you're doing van breaks, Faz is a good crafting game. Because you can just sit and, like, watch the cameras and stitch on something for a few minutes. Kat says I can't count stitches, I just go by size to make sure I have enough fabric. Also valid. I'm just addicted to Pattern Keeper now. That's the long and short of it. It also helps that you used to do perler beads and you can use those patterns as well. Yeah, perler beads patterns are great. That's actually most of what I've been using for this project are perler bead patterns, because they're small. They're usually free. It's easy to find them for free, and they usually have a limited palette, so I like them for and there's a billion of them, so I like for this sleeve project. Like these, the stormtroopers were a perler bead. This one I designed myself. Perler bead. Catnap was a perler bead. I think, no, the Sid Sprite was not. The Sprite was a pattern. No. I actually have like a file of, I'll occasionally just browse through CandyPad or Candy Patterns, one of those perler bead sites, and just save the ones that I like into a file so I can go through and pick one out to stitch on. Oh my god, wrap. Thank you. But I really appreciate you guys helping me with the executive function by picking my motifs for me. This one's been really fun to do. I'm glad you suggested it, Mike. And Kali got in there with Early from the Tiny Witch pattern, so Early will be the next one to go on thread. Mike says, Pattern Keeper changes totally the approach to your stitching. E.g. where you start, how you stitch, by color versus by pattern elements, etc. Yeah, it really does. Really, really does. It's definitely a game changer. And like, I kind of wish it wasn't as much of a game changer and I was still comfortable using paper patterns, because that just opened you up to more options. But at the same time, it's so handy. It's so helpful. They just need to make a PC version of it. Like, that's because I don't want to run an emulator on my PC while I'm doing other stuff. Oh my god. Making the video yesterday. So I finished the tutorial video and then I set it to export, which is like what it renders and everything. My CPU was at like max capacity. It was heating up. It almost hit 100 degrees Celsius. Like, my computer almost went into emergency shutdown just from the effort of rendering the video. So I'm like, I don't really want to have to run an emulator on my PC as well for me to stitch. Yours auto shuts off around 80. Yeah, mine is slightly overclocked for gaming. But yeah, it's because I built mine myself as well. But yeah, he was not happy about rendering that video, but I got it to work. I think I am gonna redo my Pattern Keeper video at some point, just because the audio, I don't know what my audio setup was like, but it was very noisy in the background. Like the audio quality is not great, because I don't have to re-record the footage, I just need to re-record the narration. Luckily, I didn't show my face. That might be a thing that happens. Yes, I know, Charles. I know, I was very concerned. We didn't quite hit it, and it was only there for like... It was only in the 90s for like 30 seconds or so. I was just... I was keeping a very close eye on it. Mike says my idea of a more modern approach to stitching is to use Adobe Acrobat to view my PDF patterns versus printing them. Yeah. Yep. I do like Adobe Acrobat because you can still mark up stuff, like do the highlighting and things. I would really like... I think the other thing with my Halloween Quaker is because my printer's not working, I can't make a paper copy of it. And I don't really want to mark up my magazine. I want to... So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll take it with me when I go to Staples. And just make a quick photocopy of it. Kat says I've always been a paper and pen girl, so I print my patterns and highlight the sections I do. Yeah, that was me for a long time. I learned to stitch when I was a wee bab. So like back in the 90s. And then I got back into cross stitch around 2012-ish. And then I dropped out, and then I got back into it around 2018, and then I dropped out of it, and then I got back into it a couple years ago. And it is amazing what changes in that time. But up until this last time that I came back into the hobby, I was definitely a paper and pen person too. Mike doesn't believe in marking up. Mike, just swinging out there without a safety net. You rebel. Jasmine says I use Illustrator for my beads weaving because I can mark what row I'm on since my attention is a mess. Exactly. Exactly. I need the physical mark. But it says, can you do a scan to PDF into Google Drive and then attempt to import? Yeah, I could. For sure. But my printer... So, Canon printers have this fun thing where even if you're not printing, it won't do anything while there's an error. So I can't scan until I fix the error, and I can't fix the error anyways. Charles says I can't bring myself to mark on paper patterns either. Wild. It is so interesting how, and I think a lot of it is, I was going to say how differently we were raised. It is how differently we were raised. Because I was definitely like, I was taught that that was the way that you do it. That was the way that you did cross stitch. Gwen says if you have Google Drive on your phone, you can scan with a photo. Yeah, I just need to like make the magazine flat enough because that was my issue last time, is I couldn't get the paper flat enough to have a workable grid, unfortunately. That says Canon printers are a mess. I know. They're built cheap and sold cheap for a frickin' reason. And I know it. I worked at Staples. I know the predatory cycle. Brothers are much nicer, but I wanted to get a color. We had a Brother inkjet that lasted eons, but I wanted to get a color printer for journaling stuff. I don't know. I think a printer is just not in our cards. Charles said, my mom just didn't want to ruin the patterns in case someone else wanted to do them. I'm not sure anyone else ever did remake anything. That's a good point. You can stick a paper piece and then unstick it and move it. No traces left on paper pattern. That's brilliant. That's a good idea. Alright guys, I have not finished our Quaker lady with her tumbler. I've gotten very far though. I think that's going to look really good. Like it looks a little bit washed out on the white canvas, but you have to remember that it's going to be on this dark teal. So I think that's going to look really good. That's why I didn't want to go too dark on the colors of the dress. But I've been talking for 2 hours. My lungs need a break. Which is why I don't do Stitch with Me's as much anymore, because my lungs just can't take it. I think it's going to, I think we're going to wrap up stream there. We're going to leave stream there. Charles going to photocopy it and mark on the copy. That sounds good. You have a little metal board with a long magnetic strip. Yeah, I like those, except the magnetic strip can move. All right. Okay, guys, so I am going to leave stream there. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, be sure to follow Toot. They're going to be back tomorrow morning for Ghost Church. I will be back Monday afternoon with some co-working. Maybe I might be going to Coffin Creek. I might co-work from Coffin Creek. That might be a thing that happens. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, Toot's awake. Hi, Toot. I'm sorry if I woke you up. Okay, I'm going to go feed the Toot and feed the self. Make sure you follow Toot. Make sure you follow Moon. Moon is doing a Stitch with me tomorrow evening. Thank you everyone for joining me here on Twitch. Thank you, Charles, for the resub. Once again, happy birthday, Charles. And yeah, this was great. This was a great way to spend a Saturday morning. So if you'll hang out for 1 second, we will find someone to raid out to. And I'm going to remember to do the raid message this time. Sorry, I'm still here. I am trying to find someone to raid out to. I'm just... My brain. She's very sick. Okay, we're gonna go hang out with JC, the trash panda. They are making a nutbag. Ooh, weaving. Very cool. Leather making. Alright, so we are gonna start the raid there. My friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you in the coffee shop. I'll see you in the Discord server. I will see you on early special Princess Pillow in the window. I will see you in Little Ghostie's enclosure. But most importantly, I will see you in my heart. Alright. Bye guys. Bye bye.